Hello, everybody, and welcome to pre-market analysis for July 6, 2020. I trust that everybody made it through the long weekend, US side at least, as you were able to enjoy the festivities around Independence Day despite the crippling circumstances. Good morning, Mr. Aravin, and good evening or good afternoon, as we have traders from all over the place. It is currently 3:55 p.m. in Riyadh. Yes, we have traders from Riyadh as well as in Singapore, where it's currently 8:55 p.m. In Buenos Aires, it's approaching 10 a.m. in the morning, and in London, it is 1:55 p.m. We are broadcasting live from Southern California, where it currently stands at 5:55 a.m. Welcome, everybody. Mr. Arvin, if you could just confirm with me that the sound is fine. I'm going to make sure that I apply myself in the second half of the year by showing the proper screen at all times. So, good morning. One of my closest neighbor here, Mr. Sats. I know that we have new traders who are joining. So if you're on the broadcast, that's great. If you are still in the current onboarding scenario, I will get to you very shortly. So that's just part of the growing pains, I guess. Okay, very good. So without any further ado, let's just go ahead and take a look at what the market is doing. I saw that some of you already were posting comments on on the what's the pre-market has brought to them. So let's go ahead and do that. For that, I need to switch screen, right? You see, I I need to switch screen and show you. You should be able to see, at least the software is telling me that you are currently viewing the inside of Power E-Trade. A lot of you traders who are joining recently, either you have been using E-Trade or you sign up for that, so congratulations. It's going to make it easier for you to follow some of the option charts and chain that we use here. I mean, it does make a difference according to which that we are seeing. So let's see what's happening. Oh Lord. So this morning we have a gap up. One of the trader during the one-on-one this weekend, yes, we did have on one over the long weekend. We have a lot of them actually. So mentioned that, hey, they have noticed, or historically they have seen that after 4th of July, after the fireworks, I think they said 80% of the fireworks this year were cancelled. So, but after the fireworks, the market actually exposed some fireworks. I guess this is our version of the 2020 fireworks as we are starting officially the second half of the trading year with a gap, a decent gap, mind you, because SPY has gap to 1.5% is a noticeable gap. In Europe, for instance, the DAX is up almost 2%. So let's see what this is. My word of caution, because if I didn't do it, then really that means that I'm failing you guys. In a gap up situation, and let me look at the camera. In a gap up situation, right? A lot of these stocks are going to start outside of the upper Bollinger. So far, for those who have been able to follow with us last week, we gave you criteria to enter your trade, because that's the I don't know, $10,000. How much money will we want to put on that? Question. Hey, when do we take those trades? You give us the expiration. You give us the strike. When do we take the trade? I was still having those questions over the weekend, but that's okay. I'm going to repeat them here. The camera is recording me. This live session here, they are posted on YouTube, so anybody can go and watch them. So we take the trade for puts or for calls when the conditions are met. Which condition, you could ask? Well, we have two videos. They are inside of our Discord room. I will make sure maybe copy them and paste the link inside of the subscription Hangouts, but they're available to anybody inside of Discord, and they're available on YouTube, meaning if you're a subscriber, that means you have subscribed to our YouTube channel. Let's pause there. And if you subscribe, that means you're getting notification each and every time that Successful Trading posts a video, because that video is of great content. That's why you're here. If we were not providing you value, why would you be subscribing to our channel? So therefore, we trust that when we post information, this information, it's available to each and every subscriber. So people are not in the dark as for, oh, we are trading this stock, but they are not sure about the direction. That should never be the case in the second half of 2020. If that's the case for you, stop and ask yourself that, have you had a one-on-one coaching session? If not, find a calendar. That calendar should be, your onboarding has like 2 sentences. The second sentence talk about the calendar. that's how valuable that is. So if you haven't had your onboarding as of now, sit tight. We will get back to you. But really, I want to make sure that the value that we provide here is second to none. And if you are serious about trading, all of the tools and all of the knowledge, it's given to you to feel confident and very powerful, if I might add, tackling on these markets, no matter the direction of the market. That's the beauty of it. People who trade stock, I'm having questions on the blog Successful Trading about, hey, could you give me small caps because my account is small, I only trade stock. I try to reason with some of those inquiries to say, hey, unless if your account is small, most likely you cannot short stock. So meaning you're not making money when the market is bearish. But for us, our alerts, we don't care as long as they are moving. And we can show you, because we have done great work over the past week. We will be showing you some statistic, because a lot of people are asking on the statistic, hey, what's the performance of your subscription alerts? Okay, folks. Okay, we will be publishing that. Just be patient. Be patient. Those inside, I'm not sure if they have that, because some people are sitting in the fence, even if they're inside. Yes, we know who you are. That's okay. That's okay. I cannot please everybody, and trust me, really. For me, if I actually have just a small portion of people who can master these things, I will be content. I kid you not. So we have videos that there were 2 videos created on June the 29th. They are in the daily market video, but I'm going to actually post them in the Hangouts as well, because that's where there's no excuse. But then they teach us when to enter calls, when to enter puts with very simple conditions. So my point this morning, before I went into that digression, was that yes, we have conditions to enter, but really we need somehow, there's something else that I'm going to be teaching in July. So which is, okay, well, let's, especially it applies on the bullish side. The market gaps up. So we look at the condition that are met. But let's see, there's this thing called Bollinger Band that I want to familiarize everybody with, which is a natural resistance, meaning when a stock goes up, it can hit a certain resistance. Bollinger Band is something that you know already, but maybe it's not that familiar. But also price resistance, meaning that I've talked about this a little bit in some of the articles. Again, I talk about these blog Successful Tradings a lot, because a lot of information are in there. A stock will show us in pre-market or even during the trading that, hey, it had hit a certain resistance. Yeah. And within the first, let's say, 10 minutes, especially in a gap-up scenario. So watch this morning, as some of these stocks, they're going to open, even if you look at the 5-minute candle, they post a high. How long is it going to take those stocks to post another high? That's your indication of what's going on. If a stock that gap up is not able to, within the first 30 minutes, to post a new high, something is fishy. That means that direction probably will not be the right direction. Yes, so when you come to one-on-one coaching with us, we will refine the knowledge, meaning we will give you more things, a couple of more indicators to look at. One being price resistance. That's going to help you take better entry. Yes, to make more money. For now, you have very safe entry conditions, and they work. No, trust me, we have illustrated that. If you are not convinced, or if you have not had the opportunity to do that yet, this week is going to be a great opportunity because the market is gapping up. A lot of stocks are going to start outside of the upper Bollinger. What do you think is going to happen? Patience, we are only Monday. You have 4 other trading days. Actually, you still have the whole Monday left despite the gap up. I know some of you are excited about the gap up. Oh, fantastic, but just beware. Weekly option that you are trading, because that's what we do here, they are more expensive on Monday and Tuesday. They tend to get less expensive if the stock is not moving by the close toward the last hour of the closing on Tuesday. That's a major hint for those who may not, if that doesn't tell you anything, just write it down that, or rewatch the video and ask me later on our one-on-one what that means. Okay, so let's go to the greater watch list. So in our greater watch list, if we do our usual, wow, we have one stock in red this morning. And it's not red by a long shot. The stock that's in red, Intel is minus less than 0.5. Okay, every single stock is in green. Deutsche Bank is finally at $10. How long did we have to wait for that? Deutsche Bank is finally above $10. Wow. So yes, for the subscribers, you know what your alerts are. You know the level that were given to you. So if, let's say on Thursday, because I know some of you did that, you took your strangles, congratulations, because one side of it, it's moving. So maybe the overall position could already start giving you money. If you did not do the strangle, please, no FOMO. FOMO is fear of missing out. You have plenty of time this week to take even a better entry, I kid you not, because if you follow the direction at first, right, you are spending less money versus somebody maybe who spent twice the amount or even more on strangles on Thursday. Okay, so really very little to say on here with the green board. Just everything is fine and dandy as far as the US stock market is concerned. How long will it last? That's for you and me to find out throughout the course of the day. So let's go ahead here and I switch screens first and I ask if for questions about specific stocks that the viewers, because among our viewers, we have subscribers and non-subscribers. We have people who actually follow our pre-market, follow our pre-market for the longest of time before they subscribe. And I know there are others who are still checking us out. They're like, what's going on here? Or they are watching the videos afterward and applying some of those principles to make themselves money. That's perfectly okay. We are glad to be of service. So let's go ahead and take any questions while I bring the chart for SPY, QQQ and IWM, as we like to do here in top-down analysis. Okay, my chart is still from the teaching over this weekend. We still have some more. Are these the conditions for for bearish setup? I guess SPY has been a tremendous example for that learning. So SPY closed last week at 312.23, and this morning I think where was it? Okay, 316, or did we see 317 or something? So we are gapping up on a Monday. That happens. that happens. So, and SPY has expiration on Monday. Wednesday and Friday. I had to mark a pause on there. So sometimes, yeah. Last week, for instance, yeah, it was because of last week. Since it was a short week, there was no Friday. I think the 3 days expiration was what? Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. I'm not sure what they did on there. Definitely Thursday. We know that. We traded that. So SPY on here. Let's see. Can we make this? Yeah. So if you allow me to put you here, okay, that's good. Thank you. Okay, the upper Bollinger for SPY stand at 322. Potentially, that could be some a price that we can reach within this week if we are 317 today and the direction continue. I'm not saying that the direction continue, folks. I have no bias whatsoever, as you know. If I'm trading SPY, I'm going to be trading SPY applying the very principle that we taught you in the video last week. Take a look at the text through the ETF QQQ. Wow. I can't help this. Whatever happened in this second half of the year, I just hope I have witnesses. This is what QQQ has been doing, folks, right? All of the tech company. If you don't know the top 5 tech company in the US market, again, go to Successful Trading blog, search for them because there's a full article on them. And this is, you look at the chart for those stock, they resemble the chart for QQQ. Oh, notice a little, we went a little fancy on here. Our VWAP, since yesterday, thanks to Mr. Eric, during our one-on-one, I decided to change it instead of a line. It's showing this. So what's the style on this VWAP? So we are using the step line. Yeah. Welcome to the wild side, step line. I don't know, man. I mean, the value is the value, whatever the style is. So, yeah, QQQ has no room on the daily, but now it is gapping up, folks. Hint, 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 hint. So if we go to the weekly, there's room, 260. And this morning, we are at 255.6. Interesting. So this tells us that last week, in just 4 days, okay, QQQ gained 12 points. I mean, the question is like, what has it not done it the other week? So QQQ here, folks, has been the ETF to trade, really, because look at the size of the candles. This candle, you made double the money, this red candles, because it opened at 243, it went up to 251, and then from there, it retrieved to 239. All of those movements, you could trade them confidently using the knowledge you acquired last week on entering a bullish or a bearish setup. No excuse anymore, folks, right? Second half, we said that we were going to make the first half hit the road and embrace this land of opportunities in this second half. So let's go ahead here. Any question? Anything on ATVI? Is it one of the alerts? This is Mr. Aravin asking this question. Okay, so Mr. Arvin, I want you to put yourself in my shoes. You are a subscriber and you're asking if ATVI is one of the alerts. People sometimes, I mean, they are surprised by my reaction. And some of my reaction, folks, they are, I have to be honest with you guys. Oh, actually, okay, we have 16 people. Okay, something happened overnight. We have 16 people who actually viewed the private video. Yes, the video for the subscribers is private. Yeah, that's what this means, folks. As of yesterday, I kid you not, like 8 p.m. Pacific time, we didn't even have half of these numbers. So, but we know we do have more than 16 traders subscribers. We do know that. So meaning that about 1/3 of our subscribers, I'm not sure, Mr. Arvin, sorry to get at you like that. I'm not exposing you or anything, but if somebody is asking me if ATVI is one of the alerts, so you want me to give the alerts to the entire world, Mr. Arvin? You have access to the alerts as a subscriber, so you got them on Friday, so by now you should know what they are. So I'm sorry I cannot answer that question because I will be revealing the alerts of the people who are paying for that. I'm not sure if that makes sense. That's something that I'm still struggling with a little bit. Like, I feel I'm denying knowledge to people, but hey, that's why you guys are subscribers. So a subscriber is asking me if something is it's an alert. I do not know, my friend, but I can take a look at the chart for ATVI. ATVI On its daily charts, it has been trading above VWAP, the exponential moving average yellow line here for a bit, right? So since, let's say, early June, it really went on a bullish run from $68. That was support here, support after these two candles. They confirmed that on here, bouncing off of them and making a nice bullish run. Mind you, there was some consolidation here on this week, these few days there. But after that, it's actually traded almost as high as the upper Bollinger at 79. So on the weekly chart, where is it? So on the weekly chart, there's some room on the weekly. The upper Bollinger is 81. Well, I keep giving you this number, the upper Bollinger. This means that realistically, if let's say I'm trading this for this week, hypothetically, okay, I'm not saying anything. I denied Mr. Aravin question into, oh, is that one of the alerts or no? So, oh, is it that I'm not sharing my screen? Am I not sharing the proper screen? No, I'm sharing the proper screen and as of now. So we are looking at the weekly chart of ATVI, and the upper Bollinger is at 81. So a piece of nugget on here, for instance, if I'm trading this week, hypothetically, so because people ask me, how do I come up with the strike? First of all, you guys, I provide you the strike and I give you a technique how I get them, meaning that in the list that you have, we have how many? 15 alerts? Maybe we gave strikes in both directions for half of them, right? The rest you can figure them out if you're trading them. But in this instance, for instance, my upper strike will be the upper Bollinger. Yeah, because, and then if it comes and overshoots it, as stock usually do, I will be in the money and life will be peachy or rosy. I didn't see that call put range. That's why I'm asking. I was asking. Okay, so Mr. Arvin, yeah. So the video is there for a purpose, right? So you have the list with the for everybody, because I know there's a lot of confusion. We have a list that we publish on. In this case, we publish it Thursday, right? So you had it before the open on Thursday. I'm not sure if we publish this Wednesday night. So that list is a list of alerts. Now we go into the video and then we highlight some of them. Okay, so Mr. Arvin is helping us here explain the process. We highlight some of them and we give them a ranking, in this case 1 through 7. But that does not mean, let's be clear on that, please, that this does not mean that the rest of the alerts they are not of a value. What do I know? The system is telling us that all of those 15 stocks, they are very likely to make a big move in the upcoming week. That's what they are. So again, I can make a long video of 45 minutes. Nobody's going to watch it. People are going to complain. So hence, I highlight some of them. But again, which one you are not compelled to only trade the one that we are giving strike on. Let's clarify that. And thank you, actually, Mr. Harvin, because if I'm not making that clear here today, I can be sitting here next, well, in a couple of days, in 3 days, I'm going to be talking about these 10 baggers, and then somebody is going to tell me, well, you didn't give the strike for that one that you are saying 10 bagger. Hello, there are 15 of them. How long do you want that video to be? Half, a third of the people have not even watched that video. Yes, more than a third. I just showed you how many subscribers. So not sure what you want to do. You have a list of 15 this week. They are all potential stocks that are going to help you make money trading options. And by now, you can derive what strike. You know the expiration already. If you have been with us for more than 2 weeks and you cannot derive the strike to trade any particular stock, that's okay. We can teach you that as well. Let us know. We can schedule a one-on-one. We can teach you that as well. And when do we know when to trade them? We said it again. We create we have a set of conditions. And yeah, one last thing. So because this question is important, let me switch screen and show you how do I manage, because a lot of people ask that, and rightfully so, because with such a big list, how do you go about managing the all of them. How do I know when one is moving? So this is what I do. This was the subscription. So I have this watch list. I create a watch list inside of my trading platform. Okay, and here when I switch this toggle this, it will rank them by whichever ones are moving. That's one way that I have to do it, of doing it. The second way I have of doing it, I gave it to every subscribers in our Hangout last week. Okay, it's through an app called Teletrader, the very app that I use to post them. You create a watch list in there, and you just select daily. It's updated automatically. It will tell you, I mean, by interval of, I don't know, whatever time, every time that you want to look at it, which one are moving. So that screen capture is what I use, for instance, and paste in the Hangout to say, oh, after 3 hours, after a couple of hours, this is the momentum status. So please download that. There is a full video on YouTube, right? There's a full video on YouTube how to take advantage of that free. It's a free app. It's called Teletrader. Okay, folks, it is 9:20, 10 minutes into the beginning of the week. I think we have tried to convey which stats we think. Okay, I have another question. You see, there are always questions. There's another question on here that, oh, actually, I cannot talk about that question. I will answer that question privately. I will answer that because it's a question pertaining to the subscription. Okay, everybody, thank you for coming. Have a great beginning of the week. It's okay if you do not take a trade today. I guarantee you, nothing. The 10 baggers do not have to materialize themselves today. You can see people who are making 10 baggers in a short 4-week trade, 4-day trade, 4-day week last week by trading options on Wednesday alone and making 10 baggers on the same day. So it's absolutely possible. So I'll catch you later, everybody, and good luck. We will be in the Hangout room. Thank you. Bye-bye.